frequently we come across people in society who've got a knowledge of the religion or religious books, and they're fixed or fixated on the old ways of things as prescribed in those books, but they're not necessarily appropriate for today's age and time.
Correct.
So what annoys you about these people who are fixated on the old things?
Yes, again, you see, this is a sign of stodginess, inertia, tamas. Our society, look, with full adherence, I'm saying our society has this problem. We have tremendous inertia, tamas in our system. That is why it's difficult for us to have to drag modern Hindu thinking youngsters from very antiquated vision to a modern vision. I struggle, but I keep doing it day and night. Why is it so important? Look, I'll give you an example. You see, suppose, the stories of Ramayana and the story of Mahabharata, you've got these wonderful characters called Ram and Krishna. Wonderful. I have no complaints. They're marvelous characters. But don't you recognize that over thousands of years, as these stories have been told and retold again and again, these characters have been polished up. They've been polished to a really perfection. So they look so pristine and pure and perfection in every sense.
Yes.
We think the ultimate, the spiritual kind of, masters should look like that, or should appear with 4 arms and, all the chakra and gada and all that. So we are fixated on the old. We have kind of polarized it and polished it very highly over thousands of years. So we can't see them as ordinary human. We see them as completely, highly idealistic vision of humanity. So we are fixated on this. I don't blame you, because you already in a way polarized your idea of spirituality, or say Ram or Krishna. Wonderful. I have no problem. But I'm simply saying, remember, over thousands of years, we have really polished up their image to incredible level. So we see them as real super personalities doing magic and miracles and all that. Yeah, we love all that. Now, you see, suppose you find a modern giant, a spiritual giant. He doesn't exhibit any of those. I'll give you one example, cutting example. It's Ramana Maharshi. Okay? Look, I'm not here to promote Ramana Maharshi, cult movement or something, but here is a marvelous spiritual giant of our times. Does he have 4 arms? Does he have a huge movement, kind of, beating drum at his doorstep? Does he do magic and miracles? Nothing. Yet he's as masterful as any of the ancient prophets. But because he doesn't have this kind of polished image, and the Hindus love this polished image, they can't relate to him. So they kind of bypass him. They completely ignore him. This is frightening. Not only ignore him, there are some Hindus, kind of trumped up, the modern gurus, who will pass very demeaning, very kind of, belittling comments about people like Ramana Maharshi. Oh, he had insect coming out of his body. Damn it, this guy was fully charged. We couldn't even experience his body. So insects were kind of living off him. This shows a sign of a true spiritual giant. Instead of appreciating this, they say, oh, he had the insect coming out of his body. We don't want that, do we? Now, this kind of demeaning and kind of, harsh comments, a trivializing comment about these great masters of modern times is very upsetting for me. I find it highly offensive. So, because we are fixated in the old, we think they almost have 4 arms and have the chakra and gada and all these kind of wonderful colors and all that. Then only they are superhuman. Modern superhuman sitting in front of our eyes, we can't appreciate. We can't really value. Why? Stodginess. We can't move from the old to the new. These new ones are perhaps much more suited for our own times. They talk in our own language, in our own times, and they are equally charged up, equal superhuman. I'm telling you, super personalities. They don't do magic. They don't need to do magic. It's a digression. So here you see them, and yet they are not valued. Why? Stodginess. They don't look like Krishna, and they don't have the miraculous power of Krishna. They don't need it. They are the best way to show miracles is not to produce any miracle. And these are the masterful personalities of modern times. Yet because we are stodgy, we are kind of stuck with in the rut. And this is, if you like, a drawback. It shows a tremendous inertia. We are not able. We are an evolving, living religion, and yet we don't want to show our living dimension. We want to be dead. Oh, this happened 5,000 years ago. You must hang on to it, and you must find proof of this. Look, there's a guy sitting in front of your eyes, and you say, "No, ignore him. Let's go 5,000 back and do some digs." This is our problem.